Welcome. I am Ian Lowe, AI governance practitioner, educator, and someone who is about to say something that will probably irritate a few people. This video is about why prompt engineering is a transitional skill. Valuable right now, significantly less valuable in 18 months. And what the more durable skill actually is. If you are watching this as part of the Thriving in the AI Age series, you have already covered what AI is, how it fails, and how to verify its outputs. This video makes a turn from how to receive AI output to how to direct AI action. That is a different challenge entirely. If this is your first video in the series, here is the context you need. AI systems are no longer just tools that respond to prompts. Increasingly, they are agents. Systems that take a goal, plan a sequence of steps, use tools, and act autonomously. The skill that matters is not how you phrase a request. It is how you govern what happens next. That is what this video is about. Let us get into it. Prompt engineering emerged because early language models needed hand-holding to understand intent. If you phrased your request ambiguously, you got an ambiguous response. The better you were at constructing precise, well-structured inputs, the better your outputs. So practitioners developed craft around prompt construction. And organizations packaged it as a skill worth paying for. That was a legitimate response to a real gap. But the gap is closing. Modern frontier models are increasingly good at inferring intent. They understand context. They tolerate ambiguity. They ask clarifying questions when they need to. The marginal value of prompt craft decreases with every model generation, because the model is doing more of the interpretive work that prompting used to do. Here is the analogy I use with students. Teaching prompt engineering as a primary skill is a bit like teaching someone to type very fast in a world moving toward voice interfaces. Technically correct. Strategically limited. The reason this matters is that the AI systems you will be working with over the next few years are not passive models waiting for inputs. They are agents. An agent receives a goal, plans a sequence of actions, uses tools, makes decisions, and executes. Often across multiple systems. Often without a human in the loop until something requires a judgment call. It does not wait for a prompt. It acts. This changes everything about what the human skill requirement is. When you are working with a passive model, your job is to phrase the question well. When you are working with an agent, your job is to specify the goal precisely, define the boundaries of what the agent can do autonomously, design the points where it must pause for human review, and build a mechanism to audit what it did after the fact. Those are not prompting skills. They are management skills. Governance skills. The skills of someone who is responsible for outcomes, not just inputs. So if the skill is objective setting, not prompt crafting, what does a well-formed objective actually contain? There are 5 components. Each one is doing a specific job. The goal. What specific outcome are you trying to achieve? Not a task description. An outcome. Not research our competitors, but identify the 3 closest competitors by market share, summarize their pricing model and main product differentiator. In 400 words or fewer. Based only on publicly available information published in the last 12 months. The difference matters enormously at the speed an agent executes. The scope. What is in bounds? What is out of bounds? Which tools, sources, or systems can the agent use? Agents will use whatever they can access unless you constrain them. Define the playing field. The format. What should the output look like? Length, structure, level of detail. An agent optimizing for completeness will produce a 40-page document if you do not specify otherwise. An agent optimizing for brevity will strip out nuance you needed. Specify both. The constraints. What must not happen? This is where professional and ethical limits live. Privacy rules. Cost limits. Time limits. Sources that are off limits. If you would be uncomfortable explaining a particular action to a colleague, it probably belongs in the constraints. The success test. How will you know if the agent succeeded? What does good look like? This is the hardest component to write, and the most important. Agents optimize for the outcome you define. If you cannot articulate what success looks like, the agent will define it for you. 5 components: goal, scope, format, constraints, success test. If any one of them is vague, the behavior becomes unpredictable. And at the speed agents work, unpredictable compounds fast. Now the objective is set. But writing a good objective is not the same as governing the execution. Once the agent starts acting, there are 3 structures you need in place. Authority scope. What is the agent authorized to do without asking permission? Be specific. Vague authority scope is a governance failure waiting to happen. An agent will do exactly what you authorized it to do. If that authorization was vague, the behavior will be unpredictable. Checkpoints. Under what conditions must the agent pause and return to a human for a decision? Too few checkpoints, and errors compound before anyone notices. Too many, and you have negated the value of delegation entirely. The right design identifies the decisions that genuinely require human judgment and protects those while allowing genuine automation elsewhere. Audit trail. How will you know what the agent did? In what sequence? And on what basis? Without an audit trail, you cannot govern what you cannot see. You cannot catch errors, learn from failures, or be accountable for outcomes you cannot explain. Authority scope. Checkpoints. Audit trail. These 3 components are the minimum viable governance structure for any consequential AI agent deployment. The frame I find most useful for this is the management analogy. It is not like typing a search query. It is closer to briefing a capable new employee. One who works very fast, never gets tired, but has no instinct for when to stop and ask. Think about how a good manager briefs a junior team member on a significant task. They specify what the goal is, what the person is and is not authorized to do, when they should come back, rather than deciding independently, and how you will verify that the work was done correctly. The same discipline applies to agents. The difference is that agents work at a speed and scale where the consequences of poor briefing compound extremely quickly. A junior team member who misunderstands the brief can be redirected in real time. An agent that misunderstands the objective may complete 1,000 subtasks in the wrong direction before anyone notices. As agents become more capable, this discipline becomes more critical, not less. A more capable agent pursuing a slightly wrong objective causes more harm at greater speed. Precision in objective specification is a safety discipline. I said at the start of this series that we need to think about skills that hold value. Not just for today's AI, but for what is coming next. Here the argument actually gets stronger. World model agents. The more capable systems being developed right now will operate across longer time horizons, in more open-ended environments, with greater autonomy. The scope of what can be delegated expands dramatically. So does the consequence of getting the delegation wrong? The governance skills I have just described, authority scope, checkpoints, audit trail, become more important as agents become more capable, not less. Because the agent is doing more. Because the consequences are larger. Because the speed at which errors compound is faster. This is a rare case where the skill I am recommending holds its value in both the current and the emerging landscape. Learn to govern agents well. It is not going out of date. Prompt engineering is a starting point. Do not make it a destination. The professionals who will be genuinely valuable in the next 5 years are not those who can phrase requests beautifully. They are those who can specify objectives precisely, govern autonomy thoughtfully, and take genuine accountability for what their agents do on their behalf. That is a management skill. Start thinking of it that way. Next video, we move to what I think is the most important skill in the entire series. And the one most at risk of being misunderstood. Judgment. Specifically, the difference between the kind of judgment AI is getting better at, and the kind that remains irreducibly yours. I am Ian Lowe. See you in the next one.